Ladies and gentlemen, it started from Rigathi Gachagua warning Raila Amolo Odinga against President William Samoei Arap Ruto.
William Ruto is playing Raila Odinga. Let me tell you. There is no such position. So it's just a con. Raila Odinga is an old man. And you know, like I have seen here in America, you take care of your senior citizens. And we must always take care of the elderly. Bwana Prime Minister, wewe, ile kitu hiyo Kasongo wataonesha wewe, uliza mimi. The guy is pretending to be nice to you, but utakuja kuniambia. If he conned me and the whole mountain, na sisi vile tumesoma, na vile tunajifikiria tumejanuka. This, when he brought Raila, nikamuliza huyu mzee, umemuleta, asema bana, we are just managing this mzee. Tumtafutia kitu kidogo ya kukula anyamaze. Alafu tumwambie kuna hii kitu ya report ya dialogue apoe, lakini it will go nowhere. I want to tell you, Raila Odinga, William Ruto told me that NADCO report will go nowhere. He's just conning you. And he has told Ichung'wa and company in parliament to delay it until the next election. So you are there waiting for Ruto to implement the NADCO report. There is nothing, he will not do it. Again, he told me, and I have seen it has come to pass, that he'll be close to you and he'll divide ODM right in the middle. Today, as we speak, ODM fellows are abusing each other. The Luo MP leaders of ODM are abusing the Luya ones, and the Luya ones are abusing the Luo ones. Just what William Ruto told me, that I'll go near this ODM, it's a strong party, I will divide it right in the middle. So wewe mzee Raila, although watu yako wananitukana, wacha nikuchanue kidogo. Wewe Ruto atamaliza chama yako ya ODM. NADCO will never see the right of the day. Amefanya jensi wa kuchukie. Waluya wamekuacha, Wakamba wamekuacha, Wakisii wamekuacha, amekuachia Wajaluo nusu. By the time William Ruto is through with you, you will be nobody in Kenyan politics. Wewe uchanuke mapema kama mimi. Si ndio? Mimi niliona, you know, he was trying to divide my base ya Maulima into east and west, nikakataa. He wanted to divide the counties, Murang'a atafuta kiongozi, Kiambu kiongozi, so that he renders me and our people irrelevant. I refused. And I want to tell Raila Odinga, he'll destroy ODM completely. And you have seen it is happening. He'll undermine you in all areas you used to be popular. And by the time he is through with you, you'll be a pale shadow of your former self.
The Raila Amolo Odinga team did not listen. Instead, they started bashing Rigathi Gachagua.
Jambo la ya maana sana najivunia katika bunge kama minority leader, one of my biggest achievement was to impeach your deputy. Hiyo nimeandika kitabu, nimefanya kazi ya maana sana kwa sababu yeye ndo alikuwa anaongoza hii mambo hii ya ubaguzi.
Now, until just yesterday, when William Ruto just decided to expose accidentally his ill intentions against Raila Amolo Odinga and the entire ODM team.
Maneno ya siasa bado. Mambo bado. Wale si mnaona kuna watu wengine wanatangatanga hapo? Wanamangamanga hapo. Unajua, wacha niwaeleze. Si tulikuwa na ingine ya Tibim na Tialala. Tuko sasa na one term Kasongo. Tutawanyorosha asubuhi.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this particular video, I want to take you through on the reasons as to why I'm now going to say it officially here, that Raila Amolo Odinga has been finished by President William Ruto. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, my number is always here. For those who want to engage me, support the channel, feel free to do so. Let me dive into this topic without much wasting of time. Number one, Raila Amolo Odinga has been separated by his people, his loyal supporters. On what basis? By working with William Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga has been left by most of the supporters who trusted him, especially when he was in opposition. Most of them have walked away on one basis. One, Raila Amolo Odinga is selfish. The moment he left the Gen Zs to die and he joined William Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga was taken by Kenyans to be selfish, in that everything that he does is by himself. By that time, he was supported to go to AU. He did not care whether people were being abducted. He did not care whether people were being killed. He did not care whether people were missing. He only wanted him to be supported. He wanted him to be supported to go to AU, do his campaign successfully, and when he failed, he came back to Kenya and joined President William Ruto. So Kenyans felt like Raila Amolo Odinga has betrayed them because he's selfish. Everything that happens, all the demonstrations that he had been calling before, people get killed in the streets, it was just meant for him to be okay, to be given something. So that branding of Raila Amolo Odinga selfish, it made most of the supporters who were loyal to him to leave him. Supporters from Gusii, Coast, Western, they felt now Raila Amolo Odinga is all about himself. So he quit. They quit supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. And as a result, William Ruto succeeded to finish Raila Amolo Odinga from the first point, that now the loyal supporters that Raila Amolo Odinga has been having, let us first deal with them and ensure Raila Amolo Odinga does not have a good support base. And indeed, William Ruto succeeded, because up to date, Raila Amolo Odinga is fighting with the guilt of being selfish, with the guilt of not supporting the youth. And up to date, Raila Amolo Odinga knows very well he does not have the support that he used to have before. Right now, he relies on his foot soldiers, alias Anjoho, Wycliffe Ambeso Paranya, plus many other leaders from across the country. If they decide to leave him, Raila Amolo Odinga will be alone. And even in Luo Nyanza, it is now becoming terrible because division is all over. Number two, Raila Amolo Odinga now, the last move that William Ruto made to finish him, it is to divide him with his loyal members of parliament. The moment Raila Amolo Odinga was trapped to come up with the NGCDF scrapping, in that now it should be removed from the members of parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the members of parliament turned against Raila Amolo Odinga. When he made this speech, people were murmuring, people were heckling him to some extent. And up to date, Raila Amolo Odinga has insisted that NGCDF is unconstitutional. And this does not augur well with the members of parliament. Of course, there could be genuine reasons, because members of parliament get rich through the NGCDF. If it is removed from them, the better, early the better. The problem is, once this money is removed, where is it taken to? To be embezzled once again. So even the little thing that the MPs do, sometimes you feel it is necessary. But when you look at it constitutionally, it's not good. And when you look at it from the individual level, the governors, the members of parliament are stealing terribly. So ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, the fact remains that Raila Amolo Odinga and the MPs, they are not in good terms. A clear indication that William Ruto has already succeeded to separate him, not just with his supporters, but his members of parliament, including those of the ODM party. A clear indication Raila Amolo Odinga is getting finished at stage 2. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, the allies also of Raila Amolo Odinga are not loyal to him. For those who want to see, look at it closely. Ali Hassan Joe right nowadays he does not appear in Raila Amolo Odinga's functions. He doesn't associate himself with so much with the ODM party. He doesn't actually move around with Raila Amolo Odinga. As we speak today, the people are making noise more are the leaders from the Luo Nyanza, either cabinet secretaries or members of parliament. That is a clear sign that Ali Hassan Joe could be now closer to William Ruto than Raila Amolo Odinga. If Raila Amolo Odinga want to test this, let him tell Ali Hassan Joho that is not supporting William Ruto, so Ali Hassan Joho to step down as a cabinet secretary. The only person who step down probably is either John Mbadi or Opiyo Wandayi. But Wycliffe Ambeso Paranya and Ali Hassan Joho, forget about it. They will not step down. It's Raila Amolo Odinga to walk away out of the broad-based government. And when that happens, Raila Amolo Odinga will forget the cost of votes, the cost of support. Raila Amolo Odinga will forget the Western support to some extent. A clear indication that for Raila Amolo Odinga, it is terrible now. I don't know where he's going to pick it from, because now most of the people who are close to him, who were giving him support across the country, are all supporting who? William Ruto. Even when you see when Raila Amolo Odinga goes to the coastal region, the person who welcomes him right now, it is the Sheriff Nasser, the governor of Mombasa County. Ali Hassan Joho, most of the time, he's never there. And when he comes out, he doesn't speak Raila Amolo Odinga the way he used to speak before. A clear indication that he's finished. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that I have to tell you is this. Raila and the young people have parted ways. The future of this country is in the hands of the young men and women of this country. And even if it is in 2027, the youth are going to play a huge role on ensuring that Raila Amolo Odinga or whoever comes on board has gotten huge support. So the fact remains that the moment he decided to join William Ruto and the youth got killed in the streets, some of them blood and brain spread all over the Parliament Road. Ladies and gentlemen, and Raila Amolo Odinga blindly decided to join President William Ruto and did not feel that youth were dying. I felt, or maybe the youth of this country felt, like Raila Amolo Odinga is no longer fighting for the interest of the youth of this country. To just take you back slightly, back in 2022, if there's a person who was supported by the youth, it is not even William Ruto. It is Raila Amolo Odinga. They were trending some hashtag about the fifth. William Ruto was more of the older generations, let me say, and also the ladies of this country, the female, actually the women. But if you check to Raila Amolo Odinga, he was mostly branded very well as a youth leader to some extent. So I feel strongly that Raila Amolo Odinga had a good backing by the youth back in 2022. But now, unfortunately, all those youths are not talking about Raila Amolo Odinga. It's like it never existed. So the people are focused entirely on now the future leaders, especially those in opposition and the ones that will emerge from the youth level. So in a nutshell, Raila Amolo Odinga has lost the youth of this country. A clear indication that William Ruto has not only finished him with his allies, with the entire generation, with the entire support base who are loyal with him, and also, ladies and gentlemen, it's not only that William Ruto has not separated him with the members of parliament, but also he has separated him with the youth of this country entirely, where the good history of Raila Amolo Odinga has been almost erased entirely from the youth minds. I don't know what is your take on the comment section. Feel free to share with me. My name is Abel Makua. See you next time for more videos. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. See you next time for more videos.